Hey everybody, this is Freddie at LeviathanScuba.com. So if you're out there researching fins right now, what is the most important feature or function do you look for? We'll get to that in just a minute. So today I'm going to give you a review on the twin jet fins by ScubaPro. Okay? So you look at them first, they come in a few different colors, kind of fun like that. The cool factor is what we kind of rate first. And, they've got a good look to them. They've got the splits, which are very popular today. And the jets here, the openings that'll kind of vent and allow it easier to kick and things like that. And, it's a pretty good looking fin. I see a lot of them out there. And, their strap assembly is, kind of simple, a little underwhelming, but it does come in 3 colors currently. They do change that from time to time. As you can see, we have blue and pink and gray and black and yellow, but today I think they only come in blue, black, and yellow. All right, so pretty simple on the cool factor. We're going to rate that cool factor for the twin jet ScubaPro fin is a 6. Okay, so next we're going to rate the features of the fin. And the most obvious feature about these fins is the split, right? You've seen this technology show up in more fins, and it's probably the single most effective advancement in fin design probably in the last 50 years. Okay, that is if it works really good. It kind of looks cool, so we'll see. The tried and true vents, right? Is one of the reasons why they call it a twin jet fin, and they have the jets in there. And then on their website it says drag reducing vents where the foot pocket and the blade meet. Okay, these decrease drag on both the up and the down strokes, right? Okay. ScubaPro also states, for divers looking for a comfortable fin that delivers a propulsive kick with minimal feedback, the twin jet leads the pack. That's their language on their website. And they also talk about the material that it's made of. It's monprene. It's a thermoplastic elastomer compound. I had to look that up, okay? But it's basically a material that's been used in a lot of different products. You can adjust the stiffness, and you can injects easy into a mold, things like that. So it's a good way to make a lot of products these days, okay? So they chose this material for the durability, the ability to injection mold it, and that's the basic features. I mean, it has a buckle design that detaches, which is very common, but it's necessary these days in a lot of the fins, right? If you look at this technology right here, the actual buckle and how it attaches, it's really been the same since, I don't know, 45 years ago or something like that. I have a set of fins that were issued to me in the military in 1982. The same kind of thing, right? They have the vents, and the buckle system is almost identical. So these really haven't changed or anything like that in the last number of years. So the features rating, we're going to give it, we're going to rate the twin jet, being simple, a 4. Haven't really kept up with the times on some of the features. So function. So again, I'm going to say this is my opinion. I do these reviews as a service, I feel, to help people understand when they're newer in the field, what's good, what's not good, what should I look for, what's not to look for. I try to keep them as unbiased as absolutely possible. Yeah, we all have biases, but especially in this case, I had to go outside of myself to offer you some of the results. I had a lot of people that we allowed to use the fins, and we found numerous divers that say, hey, I have twin jets and I love them. One of the experiments we did, first of all, I should say I have used these fins. I have used them over the decades, different times, and I know numerous people that do. When you look online and you're doing your research, you're going to find that a lot of the comments about this fin are how comfortable it is. I completely agree. I really do. I completely agree. It's an extremely comfortable fin. And when they say less drag through the water, it's true. It's very true. Less drag through the water. Meaning you can kick this thing so easy that it takes virtually no leg strength. Now, I can understand how that may sound like a positive up front. But I want to show you something about this fin. And I'm talking science here. I'm not talking opinion. And we're talking about actual results using this fin. So I'm not blasting, if you're a twin jet fin lover, I'm not blasting your fin. I don't want to offend anybody. But you know, not all products can be rated the highest, or else the value system of rating things has no value at all, because you need to know what to compare them at. This is the lowest rated product we've ever rated before. And really, it's because it's the most inferior product I know of, in my opinion, out there when it comes to name brand fins. So I do like ScubaPro products, so I don't want to just make you think I'm blasting ScubaPro. I'm not. But I'm going to demonstrate why, and hopefully when I'm finished, you'll understand why these fins are the lowest rated product we've ever rated. Okay? So, they slide right through the water, right? They're easy to kick. Very little energy. Do you see this material? Watch, I'm not even gonna hold it, right? Just see how floppy it is? You know, it's got no rigidity to it at all, both in the blades and in the foot pocket. I mean, I don't know if it comes across on the camera really good, but look at the fin pocket here. It is totally soft, right? My pinky finger, I can push it down and it's so soft, right? So how is a fin supposed to work? It's supposed to grab water. Okay? The more, the better, with the least amount of energy expended. This split doesn't work like regular splits. In other words, it's very wide. It's going to let a lot more water out through the blade. There are some splits, but they're manufactured differently. They have rigid composite, and they're a stiff blade, and they channel the water where they want it to go, and they increase the thrust surface. But this doesn't grab much water. And also these vents right here, they let water right through. Probably because, you know, a lot of us Americans like myself, I'm older, we're more out of shape. We want the fin to kick really super simple. But this just lets way too much water through, and it doesn't grab hardly anything. Now, a foot pocket, imagine your foot is in here, and you're doing this with your kicking. Well, and this is bending with your foot. It's not transferring the energy from your feet and ankles down into the blade. Very little, very little. I mean, do they work? They work better than bare feet and better than tennis shoes, but compared to some other fins, they just really don't work that well. Now, again, it's not just my opinion. One of the things we had to do with this fin, because I didn't want to just bring out a negative rating on a fin like that and just have you say, it's just him, he just hates them. So what we did was we took people that use the fin, they love the fin, and we took them to a swimming pool and we said, hey, we just want you to try something, just honest opinion. Try these fins, try your fins, your twin jets, and then try this other fin. The one that we chose was a $45 fin. These range, you know, between $150 and $200, depending on where you find them. So just try it, and back to back, and they're like, wow, these other fins, these are nice. We didn't tell them how much they were. And we like these. They compared them. And I said, but these are really comfortable. Yep, they're comfortable. We love them. Great. This one moves you through the water. And there's science to it. When you go to a swimming pool, I want you to try this. Before you grill me in the comments below, I want you to go to a swimming pool and try any other fin I've rated that's higher than these. And try it in a swimming pool back to back and tell me what you think. Okay? We also did an interesting experiment, just as a little bit of a science. Asked them, are you right-footed or right-handed or left-handed? So hopefully your right foot is stronger. Put the twin jet on your stronger foot, stronger leg. Put the other fin on the other foot at the same time and go kick side by side. 100% of them came out of the water saying, I like this fin better, away from the twin jet. It uses less energy. I had to kick it less. You measure kick cycles across the pool. This fin, 40 kick cycles across the Olympic-sized pool. The other fin, 20, half. A couple of the other fins, 30. So less kick cycles means less energy expended. Now this was in their bathing suit. Like a snorkeler, you're in your skin, you're hydrodynamic, you slip right through the water, no problem. Now, add a wetsuit, add a BCD, add a scuba tank, and guess what? You're no longer hydrodynamic. You are pushing more resistance through the water. So the less efficient fin is going to be even harder to kick. So basically, you're going to be kicking, and not moving, as efficiently or greater distance or greater speed. It's going to be harder for you. So that makes sense, but why do a lot of people love these fins? Well, they're super comfortable, and how do most of us divers dive, right? We don't go fast, we don't kick hard, we want something comfortable, we get in the water, and we're just kind of keeping up with people. Well, you can do that with a small fin. You can do that with an efficient fin that's a whole lot less expensive perhaps, and kick less times. So how hard you kick is up to you. But if you had to use this fin and you turned into a current, or you had to swim a long distance on the surface to get back to a boat, or perhaps you had to tow a diver back that was unresponsive or do a rescue or something like that, you're not going to grab much water with these. They're just not going to go through the water a whole lot, very well at all. Okay? So, and so I want to make that point. If you say, okay, but it is comfortable, if you don't need the performance, if you don't need the energy and the power and the strength to the kick and the efficiency, well, you can get away with a lot cheaper fin than something that's pretty darn expensive and doesn't give you that strength, power, or support either. Okay? So it's just one of those things you're going to need to use to choose, right? Okay, so some of the reviews out there state that you get 20 to 40% better air consumption than traditional paddle fins. Sorry, I don't buy it. My opinion, but guess what? I think it's BS. The reason I say that is because you're talking about a guy, let's say you can stretch a tank for an hour. You're talking about getting an extra 24 minutes on top of your max with this fin? No, I don't think so. Now, if that were true, it's not because of the fin, it's because you're not moving. I could take the fin off, drift, and not use any air because I'm not expending any energy. If you're swimming and you're kicking and you're using this fin, it's going to raise your heart rate. It's going to raise your breathing rate. You're going to be kicking harder to go the same distance, and you're not going to get 40% better air consumption from a fin like this. I don't care. I don't believe it. Okay. So I've already mentioned, one of the claims is less strain on the leg muscles. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Because, I've already said, it just goes through the water way too easy. You're not grabbing anything. Where's the strain coming from? You're not hardly pushing anything. Okay? So, okay. So to end up the function, I don't need to berate it any further. I don't want to offend anybody. I'm sorry if you love these fins. If you love these fins, if you give it a good honest try against something else and just try them side by side, try the experiment we did, one on one foot, one on the other, and just put your comments below and tell me what you think. I'm just kind of waiting, okay? So as far as our function rating goes, I think they're old technology. I think there's a lot of claims about them and reviews out there that are basically BS in my opinion, and we're going to give it a 1, which means don't even think about it. Next, quality. Okay, so quality, I can't fault the process of injection molding. Nothing wrong with it. Great products are injection molded all the time, and the material, Monprene, that they use is a good material. I think the material they should have chose would be substantially stiffer, and it would make it that much better. But there are some, as far as issues, where the fin is a little thin in areas. You can see how it kind of separates from the blade there, and even brand spanking new ones, I've kind of seen them split down the side. They did fix the problem of splitting where the split is and keep going. They put a heavier duty bit of material right kind of at the end of the split. So it's a very simple process, not a lot of parts and pieces to go wrong with these fins. So as far as the rating for the quality goes, we're going to give it a 3. Okay, so durability. Will they last a long time? Yes, I believe so. With the exception of some of the areas that are a little thin, if you were to use them a little easier, don't walk around on the boat or on the beach in them, then they're not going to fall apart. Really, we've had some for a long time that people have used and they lasted a long time. And the material itself is designed to last a long time. And I'm pretty sure that they're going to perform the same. Even if you dug up those that I threw in the garbage 200 years from now, you'd probably say, wow, what are these? They would probably still work then too. So durability, it's very simple. Not as strong material as I'd want to use, but we're going to give the durability rating a 6. Okay, next, we're going to do value. Value. Now this one's tough. Value isn't just how much they cost, it's what you get for the money. I have some products that are the most expensive in their class, but you get a ton for your money, therefore they have a very high value rating. These give you very little performance in my opinion. They cost a heck of a lot. I personally wouldn't buy these fins for 10% of their asking price out there. I know what they cost to manufacture. They're very, very inexpensive to manufacture. So when it comes to value and what you get for your money, we're going to give the value rating a 1, which is don't even think about it. Okay? That's my advice. Don't even think about it. So now let's get to the summary. We're going to go to the pros. You know, they look cool. They're a good looking fin. I like them. I am hoping and praying for a redesign in the future. That's kind of what these reviews do. They kind of point out some of the flaws, and if it's worth it to the companies that do the manufacturing to improve them and raise their stats, we're going to review them again, and we're going to be fair. If they get great, we're going to say great. If they're terrible, we're going to say terrible. Okay, so, and yes, they are darn comfortable. I'm telling you, they are comfortable. So are my socks. I wouldn't wear them on a construction site. Okay, the cons, pros and cons. So the cons, they cost way too much for what you get out of them. I'm shocked when I see people show up with a brand new pair of these and I ask them what they spent on them. They have terrible performance compared to other fins that are out there. Most of the top main brands have a lot of fins that have so much better for so much less money, and they barely work in my opinion. So we're going to rate the overall BA rating of a 3.5, which is better than crap, but I still wouldn't buy it. So again, I just want to say, I hope I haven't offended you. I'm just trying to do the best job I can for you to make sure you get an honest reality check. If everybody rated every product super high because they wanted you to buy it, then it wouldn't be a fair system. So I'm trying to protect you. And my advice is these wouldn't be the fins that I would purchase for the money especially. So thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for our next videos coming out, and keep it safe out there. Remember, it's not what happens to you, it's what happens with you. I hope that you've enjoyed this video in some way and that it's helped you. That's our goal. If you did, please hit the like button below. And if you'd like to be notified when the next one comes out, just hit subscribe. Make it an awesome day.